All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's market color recap session. My name is Abigail, and I'm just going to be touching on the asset classes that we looked at this morning to see if they have now played into our point of interest. Good morning, good afternoon, once again, and welcome. All right, so let's get down to business, shall we? So this morning we did our analysis first on AUD/USD, NZD/USD, and USD CAD, and then after that my colleague came on board and did his analysis on indices. So we're just going to be scanning through these asset classes and seeing if we have now traded into those zones. So as at this morning, we marked out this level that we're waiting for price to return into, so we could start looking out for sell opportunities of the AUD/USD, and you can see that price as currently still not traded into it, but we're still waiting. We're still playing the waiting game. Overall, our structure and our bias on AUD/USD still heading to the downside. Bearing in mind that this buy currently happening is just temporal back into our sell POI, and then we are going to be taking the sell-offs from that particular level. So when price eventually trades into that zone, we are going to be looking at looking out for what looks like this, a pattern that looks exactly like this. So we're looking out for a base and a variation pattern, and then we'll be selling AUD/USD to the downside. As I yesterday, we took an entry on AUD/USD somewhere around here, and we saw a confirmation on the 5-minute entry, which was a good enough zone for us to start selling from, because that was the first touch on our overall point of interest. So now we are still waiting. We are still waiting for price to retest into that zone, and then we will continue to sell on that level. Same thing on NZD/USD, pretty similar. We're still waiting as well. We're still waiting as well on the power time frame. Structure is to the downside. So this is what we're still waiting for. Just price to retest into a good enough zone, the OTE, so we can begin to sell from that level. So somewhere between there right now, looking at our 4-hour structure, price has retested into that zone, 50 to 61.8% level. Somewhere around here, you can see that price now doing all of that. To the downside too, provided we see our confirmation, we're going to be taking our first entry. But if not, we'll be waiting for price to properly trade back into that zone, and then we will continue to sell NZD/USD. Similar to USD CAD, our bias on USD CAD is to the upside. We're still bullish, and bearing in mind that the bullishness is going to continue after price retraces into this particular level. So we're waiting for price to sell back into the zone so we can continue to buy that zone. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Nothing much has changed. We're still waiting. We're literally still waiting. Has anybody been able to take trades on the other asset classes that we covered this morning? Hi, Prince Donlai. Good morning. Good afternoon. Hi, Larry's. Good afternoon as well. So what's the update so far? Have you taken any trades on any asset class? All right, same. So our bias on AU, they all seem to be going in similar directions, just waiting for confirmation. Okay, without taking much more of our time, we're going to be going into the analysis of indices. So please do not go anywhere, stick around, and we will be back shortly. Cheers and goodness.
Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. Welcome back to the second part of this market follow session. And we'll be looking at the indices market once again, looking at how this market has been doing. Yesterday, NAS 100, S&P 500, right? Seeing how they've been performing lately. All right, so starting with the US 30, we had a markup area drawn this morning. Nothing really has changed, right? Except for fundamentally, we are waiting for at least anticipating what will happen by that's April 2nd, where the tariff will be implemented. So for now, expecting that we're still going to see like some push up to the upside, right, from the market before we now see that sell off, because I want to believe that we'll see retaliation from countries that are affected by the tariff, especially the 25, the new automobile tariff that has been placed across board for several companies and countries, right? All right, that being said, we'll look at our US 30 trade, US 100 trade again, and then see what is happening. We mentioned this morning that we'll see like a what? Like a feel of this gap. I expect the market to feel this gap, and then we should see like a push to the upside, right? Like the market feeling this gap, and then we're seeing another push to the upside across board. But then this is what the market is doing currently. The 4-hour time frame, see like a push this morning, but then it's still coming down to sell. I expect that we should see like that sell off up on this level. We should start seeing a buy from this level, from this 4 hours of that block, right? This is looking like a clear cut box pattern, right? Sweep and then break, and then price pushing to the upside, typical box pattern, right? And then price coming back to test it before we start seeing that push up again. So one important factor for me will be that price sells off to this zone, right? And again, a very major part of this will be the fundamental being the same. If we don't see another, another news, that tariff plan again, if we should see that all of this setup we are doing for buys, the upside will be invalidated because the market is going to respond. As you said in the morning, we are in uncertainty, and like the market is currently in some level of uncertainty because investors are panicking. They are thinking what would happen next, right? And if that's the case, then we have to be big on fundamental too, right? And seeing how the US president is currently handling his government, which is not bad to actually say. It's really good because it's for America, trying to see how it can bring money to America, just that it's affecting the global balance of things, right? So that being said, fundamentally, nothing has, technical wise, nothing has really changed. We're waiting for that sell off a bit and then for market to buy above 50%, which will start expecting and anticipating our sell again, right? By the time they implement the new tariff across board. All right, for S&P 500, nothing also has changed. Clearly, nothing has really changed from what we marked out this morning. Expecting a sell-off, minor sell-off, and then price rallying a bit to the upside for us to continue. They call it, is it buy to sell? Yes, right? Market rally into this level, we are buying up until above 50%, and then by the time they implement the tariff, we should see that continuation for the sales to the downside again. All right, guys, nothing really much has happened today, and we're just we are treating what we had earlier this morning, and of course we'll be calling this to be a wrap. Let me know if we have any question. If we have any question, let me know in the comment section. If there are any question, Mr. Jefter, Mr. Joshua, Mr. Lewis, are there any question you have so that we can look at it together before we call it a wrap? Are there any question? Any question? Do we have any question? All right, in the absence of no question, we'll be calling this market bringing all good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So it all good. Be bringing this market color to a close. We'll meet again tomorrow by 8:30 for London session, and then by 2 p.m. for the New York session. Thank you for joining. Until next time, I wish you profitable trading. Cheers and God bless, guys.